Hello, my name is Triton Spade, and these are the most important China news you might have missed for the week of August 27th to September 2nd. In the last couple of months, China's economy has faced a series of challenges, including slow growth, record youth unemployment, low foreign investment, weak export, currency issues, and a property sector in crisis. US President Joe Biden has characterized China's economy as a ticking time bomb, predicting growing discontent within the nation, while Chinese leader Xi Jinping has defended the economy's strength and resilience. The reality likely lies between these extremes. While an immediate economic collapse is unlikely, China is grappling with significant and deeply rooted problems. A key issue is the property market, which has been a pillar of the country's wealth but has now slumped, affecting household savings and exacerbating local government debt issues. China's economic model, which heavily relied on construction and infrastructure development, is showing signs of reaching its limits. The country must find alternatives, ways to generate prosperity, which necessitate structural and institutional reforms. Youth unemployment has also risen, with millions of well educated graduates struggling to secure white collar jobs. China's centralized economic structure struggles to absorb this large workforce. Changing China's economic direction would require a shift in political ideology, which seems unlikely given the Chinese Communist Party's current grip on power. China's economic growth has slowed but remains higher than most Western economies, and its leadership seems focused on strategic industries and national security rather than a consumer driven growth that we see in the West. While foreign investors are concerned about China's economic challenges, the government appears to be playing the long game, recognizing the country's potential for future growth. However, an authoritarian political system may not be conducive to the flexible, open economy required for high living standards. While the situation does raise concerns, including the potential for civil unrest or foreign policy actions that we might see in Taiwan, it remains speculative. China's leadership faces unique challenges, and while they understand the current situation, the path forward may require addressing fundamental issues for the country's future. In recent months, China has experienced both extreme heat waves and devastating floods, particularly affecting areas unaccustomed to such weather patterns. Climate scientists attribute these events to climate change, warning that the worst is yet to come. Flooding in regions like Heilongjiang province in northeastern China have had severe impact on food supplies, with approximately 40% of the Wuchang rice crop destroyed. This loss poses significant challenges for the country's food security. The recent floods have also resulted in at least 81 casualties, with economic repercussions extending across the nation, further complicating recovery from strict COVID-19 control measures imposed over the past 3 years. China has witnessed a tenfold increase in the number of recorded floods in just over a decade. This surge can be partly attributed to improved flood data monitoring, but global warming remains a primary contributing factor. Warmer temperatures lead to increased evaporation rates, resulting in higher moisture levels in the atmosphere, intensifying rainfall and storm events. Greenpeace research has indicated that China can experience more heat waves, extreme rainfall, and potentially extending the summer season by up to 40 days in certain regions. The Chinese government meteorological authorities have also reported rising temperatures and extreme precipitation since the mid 1990s, in line with the rest of the world. Despite these challenges, however, China is ill prepared to handle extreme weather events, as evidenced by recent floods. Experts caution that a climate change continues, once in a century disasters may occur with greater frequency, necessitating more robust disaster management and infrastructure. To mitigate flood impacts, Chinese authorities have employed waterway dams, but the redirected water often affects other areas as well, causing localized damage and suffering. For those affected, recovery may take several years, and compensation remains uncertain within China. Extreme weather events, including heat waves and floods, are increasingly linked to climate change in China, prompting questions about the adequacy of current climate mitigation measures within the country. This global challenge necessitates international cooperation to address the escalating destructive force of such catastrophic events. In a recent development, China has released a new map that India claims lays territorial claims to its own land. This map includes northeastern Arunachal Pradesh state and the disputed Aksai Chin Plateau as part of China's territory. In response, China has advised India to stay calm and refrain from over-interpreting the issue. There are reports suggesting that Chinese President Xi Jinping will skip the upcoming G20 leaders talk in Delhi and that Premier Li Qian might attend instead. While Xi had previously confirmed his attendance, China's foreign ministry did not confirm this during a recent press briefing. Unconfirmed sources indicate that Xi's decision to cancel his plan may be related to the controversy surrounding the map, although this claim remains unverified. It's not just India that has objected to this map. The Philippines and Malaysia have also protested against China's claims in the South China Sea depicted on the map. Taiwan, considered by China as a breakaway province, objected to its inclusion. Additionally, a Nepali politician cancelled a visit to China, citing concerns that the new map did not account for Nepal's revised map, which has already sparked tensions with India. This map dispute comes shortly after Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and President Xi Jinping held talks on the sidelines at the BRICS summit in South Africa, during which both countries agreed to work on disengagement and de-escalation along the disputed border. The root of these tensions lies in the disputed border stretching 3,440 kilometers long along the Himalayas, known as the Line of Actual Control, the LAC. This border has been long since an issue between India and China. China claims for the entirety of the Arunachal Pradesh as South Tibet, and a claim India firmly rejects. In contrast, India claims the Aksai Chin Plateau, which is under Chinese control. Relations between India and China have been strained since 2020 when a deadly clash occurred in the Galwan Valley in Ladakh, marking the first fatal confrontation between the two sides since 1975. The recent map controversy further exacerbates these already fragile relations. And there you have it, the most important China news this week. I'm Triton Spade, make sure to subscribe to be in the loop, and as always, thank you all very much for watching.